quick live martial arts class. We're talking about bow staff flow drills, things you can do to get better at your bow staff, freestyle, or flow, starting with simple moves right here. You're gonna warm up your wrists, get them strong so that you can do freestyle, or if you wanna do free fighting or combat bow or any kind of long martial arts stick, long martial arts staff practice, you're gonna need strong, supple, flexible wrists. So start with this basic twisting. Going side to side, just front and back. I'm gonna do this for about 30 seconds. I'm using my heaviest bow. The heaviest bow I have here right now is this red oak bow. It's a 1¼ inch diameter. Comes from the link in the bow staff store below if you wanna get one like this. It's a lot heavier, so that means it's gonna build a lot of strength in your wrist, in your forearm. You're gonna be able to spin very quickly. You're gonna be able to learn how to move the bow through space and time, all the things that you need to be successful with the bow staff flow. Just going side to side, 30 seconds per hand, twisting around and back. Trying to build power there, but you also want to lubricate the joints, get that blood flushing in there. Stay safe from injury in this workout today. These are all the basic drills, starting with this warm-up so that you can do better bow flow. We're really going to focus in this workout today on getting it overhead and behind the back. Now from here, I'm gonna go from one hand out to the other hand. So this is the first pass you're gonna learn. When you go pinky to pinky, palms facing the same direction, from one hand to the other, you're doing something called a pass. So this is a bow pass or a martial arts staff pass in bow flow art or freestyle. When you wanna learn how to freestyle, you're going from one hand to the next over and over and over again. And it's gonna happen very quickly. Eventually it's gonna be instinctive. You're not even gonna think about it anymore. But this is the very beginning. This is the starting point. You wanna get good at bow flow, at freestyle, this is it. From one hand to the other. All this week I'm talking about how to defend yourself or fight with martial arts stick. And this is just a long martial arts stick. Later we're gonna grab the shorter version, the Joe. And instead of so much spinning, we're gonna talk really about how to use that thing to defend yourself like a walking stick or a hiking stick. All right, 30 seconds here. And now hold on, I'm gonna lift the camera because I want you to see this. I have the camera on a stand today, a little bit higher stand, but I want you to see over the head because you keep hitting yourself in the head when you do this, and every time, especially with something like this is a very hard wood, very heavy. When I hit myself, which I do every workout, I'm gonna hit myself today. When I do, it's gonna leave a little bit of a bruise. Now there's a difference between an injury and pain. Pain is temporary, it might stay there a couple days. Injury means that something's ripped, torn, a doctor needs to see you, something like that. We're not having any injuries, but you might have a little bit of pain. So expect it. Take it in one hand, up straight over your head. This is to get it over your head, behind the back, and get rid of all those head strikes that you're doing. This is gonna help you get better at overhead, behind the back. So straight arm, once you have this straight arm, you're going to push side to side. Good, welcome. I'm glad I could do that for you, or we could, this virtual dojo, this martial arts community. Now see how I'm stabilizing or not moving my arm that much. Now if you're here, you're gonna hit your head because your elbow is bent so much that the staff has to come by your head. You're not gonna see this all the time if you're not using a mirror or a camera like I am right now. And so what happens is you think your staff is over the head, but because there's a bend in your elbow, that's when you're smacking yourself as you come around. And then you do that 2 or 3 times, you don't wanna do it anymore, you give up, almost everybody quits too early. So do this, make sure you can look at it if you don't have a mirror. Make sure your arm is straight, above your head, and twist. It's that same warm-up twist, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. No reason to go fast here. The other thing that's happening is I'm starting to build power in the back of that shoulder. That rear deltoid muscle is getting bigger and stronger. I'm stabilizing this joint and I'm making it easier to keep my hand up there longer. Now I have a lot of endurance in this position. You might not have a lot of endurance if you're a beginner. So if this starts burning really fast, push yourself a little bit and then come down, put it in the other hand, get that hand straight up. This is the key. Let's review real quick. When you're smacking yourself in the head, there are 2 reasons. The first one is that your elbow's bent. So straighten it up, do that same warm-up move, slow is smooth, smooth is fast means no need to go fast here. You want strength along every centimeter, every millimeter of the turn. You want to be strong. So it's good to go slow. Gradually increasing your strength by increasing your speed, just a little at a time. That's also going to give you more mobility and more flexibility, plus a little bit more endurance. 30 seconds overhead in this hand. And then bringing the other hand up, and it's exact same transfer. When we began, I said pinky to pinky, palms facing the same direction is the most basic transfer when you do your bow flow or freestyle. You want to do bow arts or flow arts, you got to learn how to get it from one hand to the other. It's going to become instinctive. You're never going to think about it after you reach a certain point. That's about 6 weeks in. You do this every day for 6 weeks, you'll forget how to do this. You will, your brain will, but your hands won't. Your hands will always know how to do these basic moves. Now, for me, here I'm just going to that same basic transfer when I warmed up here. It's exact same thing. I'm just doing it in a different plane. Overhead. Now, the key is, again, this elbow straight. Look how much distance there is. There's at least 18 to 24 inches, however long that is, right? Because my elbow is right about at the top of my head. So however long this part of my arm is, that's how far away it is from my head. So as long as it's overhead, you're not smacking yourself here. Again, if you're hitting your head like this, when you're doing the overhead spin, it's because you're either dropping it this way or your elbow's not straight. Almost every time it's because your elbow's not straight. So from here to here, and keep your hands up. You want to work on endurance, speed, strength. Build strength in the back of that shoulder. That rear deltoid is going to get stronger, bigger. You might need a bigger shirt. You know, bolder shoulders, as they say. So side to side, 30 seconds. And then from here, you're going behind the back. And to do that with a straight elbow, I can't emphasize this enough. That's why I keep saying it, right? Straight elbow, straight down. Once it's down here, look at how far back I'm pulling it. This is a mobility issue. This is flexibility. If you don't have this yet, if you're still here, you will get stronger and you'll naturally have it way back here when you go over the head and behind the back because you're going to increase mobility through this training, through this exercise. So from here, start with it in the right hand, come down, and then when it gets right about your hip level, you're going to start your turn. And then when you start your turn, you're going to turn it all the way up, and it's coming out of your head like a tree growing out of the ground. From here, you take it with the other hand, bring it out, and you're not going to turn it. The second reason you're hitting yourself in the head is because you're turning it too soon. And you're hitting yourself in the head over here, and then there's no more room to turn it. And then you're bringing it down, your elbow's bent, you're hitting yourself here, you're hitting yourself here, because you're turning too soon. So we're going to isolate it right here, and then this is the end of this whole workout today. It's overhead, behind the back to get you great at bow flow. It's over the head, behind the back, but from here to here, elbow straight, no turn. The turn happens over here, no turn, you're just dropping. Turn happens behind your back. So spin over your head, stop spinning, behind your back, stop spinning, overhead, stop spinning, elbow straight, drop it, grab it. That's all that is. And I want you to do that until that becomes so instinctive and smooth, you're going to go faster and faster, and you will very likely almost never hit yourself in the head. But like me, you're still going to hit yourself in the head. I'm going to bring you down just a little bit. So straight elbows. Don't spin it until you go behind your back. Don't spin it until you get it back over your head. Work on that on your bow flow. This is going to get you so much better, so much faster. Thank you so much. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. That's going to build strength in the front of the shoulder as you're going up. As you're going down, it's going to build strength in that side and the back. And as you're turning out from side to side, that's going to strengthen the whole joint. You're going to get strength and mobility. Thank you. Welcome Palm Beach Gardens, which is just right there. I could walk there right now, right? I'm getting ready to drive there because I'm on my way home. It's good to see you. Come and see me in person. I'm on US 1 right across from Boca Bargoons. You know where that is. Come over and see me. Let's spin the staff together. I'll see you guys in just a little bit on the cane.